Well, the format has begun to be figured out, and I'm not going to say that I'm not surprised because it took us a month. Now you're like, but Robbie, you said that the meta is the most diverse format that we've ever seen in the game. Why are we discovering the format if, there's no clear deck if there's so much diversity? Yes, I did say that, and I still stick with my point. However, the best deck at the moment is the most frail. And when I say that, um, it's meant to be taken not with a grain of salt, but like you have to consider right now what metal foes really are. Obviously, they're the best deck, pretty much hands down. But the problem with metal foes is how fragile the deck actually is. Um, Most of the time I've seen the deck, one incredibly good board wipe, and poof, deck is done. And like, um, being able to answer their pendulum summon with solemn strike, bada bing, bada boom, you in business, fam. Like, you'll be able to do your thing. Obviously, like, they have Menopause counter, amongst other things in their deck that help in pretty much most of the situations. But once again, you're also dealing with a deck that currently has the most hype behind it because the deck is probably the best to combo back up with. Now I sound like I'm rambling to myself, but like I said, it's becoming very clear as this format is developing that Metal Foes are the best deck. Look at Furman's list from last week in our interview. The deck, very well designed, very good. I mean, now it's not saying like, yeah, like things like Lights War and Turbo with Judgment Dragons, Blue Eyes, Burning Abyss, PK Fire. I'm not saying that those decks don't exist in this format because fucking yes, they do. They're very clearly in the metagame. However, the deck that kind of curves everything out is, of course, Pendulums because, like we saw with last format with Draco Piles, like the deck Pendulums inherently as a mechanic, no matter how frail the deck is just stupid good. Also, Kieran is just broke sauce fucking everywhere. So up until ABC's release, I definitely think Metalfoes are going to continue to be a dominant force. Now, I don't know. I'm not going to talk about ABCs in this video because like that's a whole another realm of Yu-Gi-Oh that I probably shouldn't touch at the moment. So where does that leave our current meta? Obviously, Metal Foes are very good. ABCs are releasing in 2 to 3 weeks. If you're going to a regional, prep for Metal Foes, prep for Blue Eyes, prep for Burning Abyss, is PK Fire. I mean, these are all things that you should be already citing for. I mean, if your deck isn't playing spells, just tuck 3 anti-spell fragrance in there. You guys already know how I feel about that fucking shitty ass card. So fucking good that my opponents get to just win all of their fucking games with anti-spell, but meanwhile, I just don't. So rip my hopes and dreams. But it's what you get when you play Yu-Gi-Oh! Now. You take a risk, and well, you get shit on. So, and also, as I said, same thing. Water is water. Water is everywhere. Water does exist. So, yeah. There's not much else to really say on the metagame. I mean, obviously, Metal Foes go. Like, you're the true MVP of the format. Obviously, like, you have plenty of outs to handle them, or you should. I mean, if your deck isn't playing anti-spell to counter pendulums, well, you should just be out powerhousing the deck and hoping for the absolute best. Also, Ultimate Tzolk'in deserves to be banned. I mean, like, Japan never really, I guess, severely abused the card. Not at the rate that we've abused it. I mean, that's kind of saying a lot with the TCG. Granted, most of the TCG usually follows the OCG, but, like, with what we're doing and amongst a lot of the other things, definitely Tzolk'in has been a lot more of the European American thing, as opposed to Japan. I don't know which one played it first, whether it was Japan or America. I know I saw some Japan or some European player on stream play, and it was really phenomenal the first time I saw it. But now it's kind of like, well, on the checklist of things, can your deck make Tzolk'in? If so, then you're kind of going to win. And as I said, we already understand how fucking broken Metal Foes is. So when you slam Tzolk'in in it, just infinite power everywhere. Just give it all to me. But I mean, like, if you're trying to deal with the meta, typhoons, flying seas, I guess if you're super worried about exceed summonable cards, outside of that, like, Solemn, like that's your call. Like, you win that dice roll, set up your board, set them Solemns, and go to town. Hope your opponent doesn't have Archfiend Eccentric. So it's kind of where it is. I mean, like, every deck is still inherently shit because all decks are all still fragile, but slightly more consistency makes things better. So sorry for rambling on about the metagame. I know a few people wanted this video to be made, and like, there's I don't know, like, not much more to say. ABC is rolling out soon. I promise I'll make a video talking about ABCs at some point, amongst other things here. So prepare for another Blue Eyes deck. Deck was good in Japan. It's kind of just terrible here, but save those thoughts for another day. Guys, comment down below. Tell me what you guys think about today's metagame. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please thumbs up this video to show your support. And please check out Vanguard 40 for Cardfight Vanguard, mkohl Games for miscellaneous trading card games, and No Limit Gaming for a brand new series of Yu-Gi-Oh videos. Thanks for watching.